Welcome back to Lost Forge Tabletop Gaming. Today we are looking at a new card game, something that dusted me off from my hiatus on recording, and we will be looking at Lorcana, not one, not two, but three starter decks. This game has probably the biggest hype we've seen in a while in terms of a brand new IP along with an intellectual property. I think the last time there was a lot of hype around this was related to Magic the Gathering and one of their collaborations. But this is a brand new game from a studio or a games. Are they studios or are they card game manufacturers? Board game, a company creating a new game, because a lot of the product, and we have this open here, is prior to this was puzzles and stuff. So this is their first card game. This is the first foray into it. And all right, we got one booster pack. We'll save that for later. And the instructions on how to play and some counters. Right off the bat, the packaging is interesting. It is strange that is in this very thin tissue paper. I kind of am concerned about the longevity of product on shelves and shipping inside of something this loose. It's not too bad right now, but you can already see some of the, just over time, it will probably have some problems if it's not shelf stable. Only reason I say that is there are going to be people that are going to sit on these for a while. And then we have our playmat here. This is it. Okay, yeah, Inkwell, cards in play, discard deck, and the lore. We'll go over some of the mechanics. I do not know how to play this game fully. I did do a quick rule glance to see how this can compare, so we can compare it to other games currently on the market. And the biggest one you will probably be hearing me a lot saying is, of course, Magic the Gathering. There are differences, but that is something that I probably cannot talk about in too much detail when playing cards. So this is, we'll look at the faction stuff here too. It is a steel sapphire deck. I love the iconography of the factions or colors or energy or whatever. And then on the back we have the ready to play deck, game rules, everything here. What I really like is it tells you the actual deck list on the side. So if you're looking for specific cards, you know what you're looking for. And we'll bust into this first deck here. The main reason I picked this up is one of two reasons. Either this game is going to be very big and very popular, or it's going to die within the next 2 years and I get to add it to my dead card game collection. We will see. I don't think that this is going to have a lot of legs to stand on for an extended period of time. The collecting market and the secondary market is just insane right now because the stock and trying to get a hold of this game is ridiculous. I was able to find 2 starter decks, and a friend of the show, Trevor, was able to find me the third one for this video. Card stock feels pretty good. The back of the card, I like the detail to it, but it also helps if you actually have an identifier of what this game is. It's a little late to do that now, so if people at a glance aren't able to understand what it is, it's going to be their fault. One symbol I want to note that to keep an eye out for is if a card has, we'll skip ahead a little bit. If the card has this image right here, it can be used for ink, which is essentially the resource for the game. You get to reveal it and put it face down into the inkwell, opposed to using resources like mana. Some cards cannot be used for ink. That was one main difference that I was pointed out to, but combat is similar to Magic, but I believe it also uses mechanics of like versus system and Keyforge, where you declare attacks individually instead of all at once, and then you can choose to block individually or all at once. But we still have the same things of most card games. We have a power and toughness style thing. Let me actually make sure I'm calling it correctly here as we look at Aurora and appreciate her wonderful imagery. Now, let me put this down really quick, make sure I'm calling it out right. Stay in play. So you quest and challenge those quest characters instead of fighting. So there's no actual combat in this game. There's character items, actions, and then you have strength and willpower. So that's the power and toughness analogies for this. But going back into it, we have, of course, Aurora. And they give you a good amount of cards of each type. I'm guessing that these are common. And then we have Aurora Dreaming Guardian, which is a gorgeous foiling, first of its that we're seeing in this game. I love the accent. Let's see if I can get a better look at this. Oh, that is just too bright. The foiling is the character is still static, and then you have that gorgeous kind of filigree style to it, which is wonderful. Let me see if I can adjust my light here to... No, it's too bright that way. So we're going to have to just deal with that there. And then Simba, one of my favorite, I want to say Disney Renaissance movies for sure. This one doesn't have as much detail to it. You just have Simba and he's static. And then more Aurora. Flounder. Oh, that's fun. I like Flounder. And then Grandma Tala from Moana. And then Jasmine. Maleficent. I'm not going to be reading out all the cards. We're just going to be looking at the art and appreciating the kind of styling to it. I like the clean style to this. This is, I believe, the amount of lore that they can generate from questing or not dealing damage to an opponent, but declaring a quest and being able to resolve that correctly. So that is what those markers here are for. And then you have the questing. Some fun Mickey Mouse. This is the detective. I think they should have done the Great Mouse Detective, but no one really knows who that is, right? Especially for a starter deck. You got Scar, Merlin, and Develop Your Brain, which is like their spells and ability cards. This is Action Song, One Jump Ahead, Coconut Basket. I kind of like how one of these coconuts is just like extremely happy. Oh, probably just not intended, but they're just happy. Happy coconuts. Golden Flower from Rapunzel. Beast. Okay. Captain. Ooh, that is a really cool Captain Hook. We got the skull on the Skull Island, and then the goons. What are the goons from? Maleficent. Okay, that's right. You got Hercules with Scar, which is hilarious because Scar's also in this deck. Kristoff, Frozen, Maui, one Maui, Prince Eric, more Simba, Fire the Cannons. That's weird. Why is this Develop Your... Hold on, I need to check something here. Let's see, how many Develop Your Brains are there in this deck? I'm checking for something before I speak out my ass. So I see 3 of them. And then the deck says we have... 3. Okay. I've heard rumors of cards being misprinted or cards being sorted incorrectly into decks, and I wanted to make sure that if we were seeing it, I was seeing it correctly and not incorrect on that. Ransac's great. Smash is cool. And then Frying Pan. So that's the first deck. Again, we're just going to be looking at the cards and the art, checking all of that stuff out, and then I will give my thoughts about what we're currently seeing. I will attempt at some point, maybe on camera, maybe not, to try to play this with Ashley, my wife. If not, we'll try to take care of these and make sure that they're in a place where they can be appreciated. I don't know if I'm going to throw away the boxes, not tearing them up. Take our first chapter booster pack. So one thing I have noticed about Lorcana and their distribution is that they have sent big box stores like Walmart's and Target's booster boxes like you would see in an LGS. And they have said that they are trying to prioritize LGS's local game stores. But they're also sending like booster boxes that employees are setting up where they're just flat and set up like this. Like people are going to steal these. People are going to open these up and then put them back on the shelves. It's already a problem at LGS's, and it's just... I don't know, not a good start. If you have a reliable local game store that will sell this to you with reasonable prices up in LGS, keeping with the MSRP or close to it, support them, because right now that is another problem of a lot of places not giving out or selling items for what they should be, and they may be being scalped by the distributor, but do not overpay, do not give scalpers money. If done correctly, this will be flooding the market at a reasonable pace. Ariel's gorgeous. This Moana is fantastic looking. Same with the Mickey. I believe Sorcerer Mickey was the first card that we really saw from the teasers at PAX last year. And then we have Cinderella. That's a really good Hades. I really like that Hades. Hey, hey! I like Hey, hey. Maximus. This is like, we've got Mickey Mouse from Kingdom Hearts. I'm glad that the Square Enix universe is getting representation. Minnie Mouse. Very pretty. Oh, that is such a cute Stitch. What a wonderful Stitch. And then BR demonetized. Control your temper. This has a lot. Okay, so if it's a song and the name of the card is a song, it's gonna be different than, say, just a normal action. Which it's kind of nice to see that they kind of highlight where if it is a song or not that is in the Disney universe. Dingle Hoppers. I'm glad that we have some Dingle Hoppers. Oh, that is cool. I've always loved the design of this character and his kind of like Floodborn villain sorcerer. Interesting. Yeah, those are both. That's great. Flotsam. What is okay? Something with that Jafar. Let's see if I can get closer on this here. Something about his face just it's a little off. I think that's the first card I've really kind of seen the art to. After doing .hack, I think, the quality of the art is a lot better. And then you got Jetsam, the Magic Brooms, classic, more Maleficent. And then we've got Olaf, Pascal, adorable, Rafiki, Sven. Everybody knows the wardrobe, right? Yzma, all right. And then I was hoping I'd see this. We have Friends on the Other Side. Probably my favorite song from Princess and the Frog. But that's like just a fantastic movie. I need to watch it again. And then our final deck we're looking at is the final chapter. Why would you name your first... Oh no, it's the first chapter, not the final chapter. Good job, Justin, in your dyslexia once again. Here we go. Okay, different booster pack style. Move that over. Prince Ali. I'm glad that you've got representation. And then you've got your foil, Cruella de Vil. Again, she is static in the art, but then kind of the background and foreground images themselves are foil. This one's interesting, if I can get it to kind of... Okay, yeah, I got it to appear a bit. The sword is really the major foiling on this. Like, you have all of this negative space that could be dealt, like the clouds and the sky, and maybe even the stars, but it's just really the sword that is like the centerpiece of this foiling. Interesting choice. It's not a bad one. I just think for a foiling card, that's a little underwhelming compared to the others we've seen. The Duke of Weselton, and then Horus, Iago, rest in peace, our good friend. Oh my god, I can't even remember his name now. Not Richard Garfield. That's Dungeons and Dragons. I'll think of it in a second here. Please, I'm sorry. The Mad Hatter. Megara. I really like that one. Steamboat Pilot Mickey. Okay, that is a clever way of doing it. Everything around Mickey is still very colorful, but he's still black and white, and it pops. I would love a full black and white Steamboat Willie promo or foil or alternate art. Peter Pan, Never Landing, Mother Knows Best, Stampede, Steal from the Rich. I believe that's a reference to Robin Hood, of course. Vicious Betrayal. Yes. Pretty rough. Soul and Scimitar. Street Rat. Captain. Good old classic Donald Duck. LeFou. Pongo. Rapunzel. Wow. What? That's like really neat. Kind of a what-if scenario Scar. Sergeant Tibbs. Another very cute Stitch. Dragon's Breath. He's got a sword. We all got swords. Shield of Virtue. And that's the 3 decks. Visually, if I was going to play a deck, I would probably pick the second one right here. I just think having the Witch Doctor vibes and stuff from Princess of the Frog, and who else is in that one? Moana. I think that's just a cool one. Plus, there's Mickey in it. I believe that one also has the Mickey in it. It has the Mickey and Minnie. But finally, we're going to get to it. Probably the only Lorcana packs I'll be able to open for a long while, if ever, right here. I did not look into what cards are going to be expensive, but looking into it, I'll put anything of value priced afterwards. So we'll have that. And then we have a Pumbaa, gorgeous little Pumbaa, another Maleficent. We've got Peter Pan, Philoctetus. I don't think I remember actually what his full name was. Okay, that's fun. That's a cute mini. And then we got Goons, Ariel, Kronk. Okay, I'm happy I have Kronk now. Oh yes, it's coming together. 8-beater. No, I can't do a voice. Got a really cool Scar, Maui, into. Oh my goodness, she's adorable. Look at that Lilo. Oh wow. Space is where the aliens come from, also the tourists. Cute. Very cute. And then it looks like there is a QR code for the companion app, as well as a portion of a larger cutout. I don't think, now that I think about it, out of the main Disney trio, I don't think we saw Goofy in any of the starter decks. We saw Donald and Mickey. We saw Minnie as well. But no Goofy. If I can get a Goofy, that'd be pretty cool. Then we got our adorable Stitch. Yzma. Sudden Chill. Oh, man, if that was foil, that would look gorgeous. Fun Donald Duck. There we go. There's a Goofy. We got Daredevil Goofy. Very cute, combat-oriented Tinkerbell. Shield of Virtue. Ursula's Cauldron. That scene with the poor unfortunate souls and all of them like shriveled up in front of that cauldron is probably like the creepiest thing I remember from any Disney movie. Tamatoa. LeFou. Hans into Foil Fill. So this is our rare, I believe. So what's our rare in this pack? Because if that must be, she must be a common. Maui was our rare. Got it. So the foil does not mean it is guaranteed to be our rare. Good to know. And finally, our final pack. Will we get something spectacular that people will be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you have. And then I'll sit on it for my entire life and have it just in a binder. Or will it not be anything at all? We'll find out. Fearless Fighter. Simba. That's a good Simba. There's that ugly-ass Jafar. Aladdin. Jasmine. Goons again. Man, a lot of Goons. Simba the Rightful Heir. Cut to the Chase. I like his scissor sword. Better than a Keyblade, right? Haha. Cauldron. Lady... Oh, I hated her. Belle. And... One Jump. So... Overall... Oh, and of course it's the same puzzle piece. Did we get the same puzzle piece all 3 times? Nope. We got part of it. There we go. We got the scissor sword. What do I think of the quality of the cards themselves? Pretty good. I think that this does not feel like a very cheap game. The card stock is great. Smells... Oh. Okay, never mind. The ink on the cards does have a smell to it. It doesn't have that pleasant smell of other games. I think the branding to show that you're actually playing Lorcana again should have been something visible. I'm not like other YouTube people that are more a stickler for that branding, because these are going to be in binders and in sleeves. But knowing what people are playing might pop out opposed to any other Disney game that might be out at the time. The card layout is very quick to read. The font's good. I think it has some longevity, but there is going to be a point where I think they're going to run out of ways to but rehash the movies that we're going to be seeing. Where does the property go from here? We're probably going to see 2 or 3 sets, probably themed around classic movies, future movies, skits. Do they start dipping into live action? Do they start dipping into Pixar? Do they start dipping into the Disney Channel original movie? If there's a High School Musical or Brink Disney Lorcana set, that would be hilarious. I don't know how much you're going to be able to make consistent sets out of with the properties before it is going to be very muddled. But where it's currently sitting, I think the kids who are invested in this are going to enjoy it. I've seen some wonderful pictures of kids picking up this and having a good time. And since it plays so similar to other games in the industry, kids are going to probably pick it up, and they will probably trickle into more mature games as they grow up, and they don't want to be attached to Disney. Like any card game, hopefully we will see that this has staying power. I hope distributors are going to be quick to go to LGS's. The LGS support is going to be good. I hope that there are going to be tournaments and stuff of all age gaps and skill levels that people are able to play locally, go and have good big tournaments. Disney doesn't drop this, and the distributor or the creators of the game. Let's actually give credit to who actually is making this game here. I keep saying the company. Ravensburger. Hopefully Ravensburger can hold their own against the titans right now of the industry and just make a fun game that I hope we have enough that this game doesn't die on the launch pad. But anyways, this has been Campter from Lost Forge Tabletop Gaming, checking out Lorcana. Let me know, do you enjoy Lorcana? Am I wrong? Did I assume things incorrectly? Correct me if I'm wrong about any of the rule stuff in the comments section down below, or if you're just enjoying the game. I like to hear, I like to engage, not just because it's the call to action that YouTube wants and for growth and sustainability, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and check out some of the other videos on the channel around other card games that I've looked at in the past, like Keyforge, Force of Will. I think we looked at Force of Will at some point, or any of the other card games I've taken a liking to in the years. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care.